All right, we're going to talk about the second and third measures of central tendency, the median and the mode. Now, the median is the value of the middle, and sometimes it is the middlemost observation. Now, to find the median, what you have to do first is to sort data in the ascending or descending order. Otherwise, you won't be able to find your median. Now, once the data is sorted, you're either dealing with with an odd numbered sample or an even numbered sample. If your total number of observations are odd, then finding the median is pretty simple. It's just n plus 1 divided by 2, n being the total number of observations. So let's say you have 3 observations. Let's say it's 0.9, and you have 1.6, and you have 3.5. So to find the median here, we don't even need the formula. It's pretty clear. It's the middle value, but the middle observation. But to do that, we have our n is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So our second observation is our median. And as we can clearly see, one observation lies above the median, one observation lies below the median. Now, if you're dealing with an even numbered sample, well, it's a bit trickier than this one, but not big of a deal. The mean of the value of items occupying the n divided by 2 and n plus 2 divided by 2. So you find these two positions and you find the average of those two observations. I'll give you an example. Let's go with this one. So let's say we have 0.9, 1.6, and 3.5, and let's say we have 4. Yeah, so these are our the number of our observations. We have 4 of them. So the first one would be 4 divided by 2. That will be the second position. That means this one, and n plus 2. So we have 6 divided by 2. That will be 3. This is 2. So second and third observation. These are my observations, so I have to find the average of these two numbers. So that will be 1.6 plus 3.5 divided by 2, which gives me, what, 2.55. Now, this is the median in this case when we have even numbered sample. So again, it doesn't matter if you're dealing with an odd number sample or an even number sample. Still, the median, if we put it somewhere here, this is the place of your median. Again, exactly the number of observations that lie above the median and below the median are exactly equal. That's why it is the middle value. Easy, right? Now the mode is even easier than that. Our third measure of central tendency, the mode, is the most frequently occurring value. So if you're dealing with observations, the most frequently occurring observation, and if you're dealing with intervals, that will be the interval that contains the most number of observations. Now your sample could have 1 mode, 2, 3, 4, or could have no mode. Unlike the median that is, unique and every sample has only one median, in the case of mode, we could have few modes or we could have no mode. Now, if your sample has one mode, it is called unimodal. So let's say you have your observations are 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Now, if this is the list of your observations, the most frequently occurring value here is 4, so that means your mode is 4. And this is your mode, and you have only one mode. This is your most frequently occurring value. So your sample is unimodal. And in the case of intervals, like I said, the interval that contains the most number of observations in it, that is called the mode. Let me show you this on the histogram of the S&P 500, the monthly return on the S&P 500. Finding the mode on the histogram is very easy. You just look at the tallest bar in your observations. That is your mode. And if we go all the way here, that will be 220, if I can recall correctly. That will be in the 0 to 2% interval. So that will be your mode. the interval that contains, the most number of monthly outcomes. So if I were to draw something like this, a unimodal distribution would look something like this. That's my line. So this, the place that it peaks, that is your mode, right? And like I said, your distribution, your sample could be, bimodal. That means you have two modes. If I were to draw that, that would be like this. So these are your modes, and your distribution is peaking at two different places. But the height of these two are obviously equal, right? So if I were to continue with this one, that would be, let me add another 2. Now we have our distribution, our observations are bimodal, 4 and 2. This is one frequently occurring value, and these and this are another frequently occurring value. So we have two modes, bimodal. And again, we could have three modes, trimodal. Let me draw that one also. That would look something like this. Just excuse my drawing, but I think you get the point. So anyway, the key point here is that a distribution can have more than one mode, or even no mode. Median, on the other hand, we have only one. It is unique.